Radio Free Tatooine presents Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast.
Boshuda, fellow Holotable Hustlers, you're tuned into Galactic War Report, a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast that's better than some and worse than others. I'm Sean, a.k.a. the other Sean, and sitting across the holotable from me is Josh, a.k.a. the Golden Pop-Tart.
Now, I think today's going to be one of those episodes where we just love the sound of our voice, and we're just going to have you hear it, because there's not a ton of stuff out there today. But
not much going on, no.
Should we start that right off the bat with that? So then they're like, oh, I guess I'm not going to listen. So please listen. Enjoy our voice, right?
Yeah. That's why you're here. You know we don't know squat about this game anyways. You're just here for the bits, and you're here for the tangents, and we know it. But yeah, we're not going to talk much about that. We are going to just go over some of the upcoming stuff. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the Order 66 raid as well, because that's kind of what's going on, and Conquest, and how those kind of tie into each other, with the release of SM33 looming very close. So before that, I do want to take a little time. I know there's not a lot going on this week, but there are some blurf days. Okay, so blurf days for this week. There's a few, but I didn't update them in the sheet. So I'm just reading them straight off the Google Calendar.
Yeah,
because oops, I forgot. I was so busy prepping with all the no stories, you know. I also, whatever. This is one of those episodes. On the 18th, we are celebrating the 1 year blurf day of Morgan Elsbeth. So an accelerated mama. And then we've got a few others on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. It's party time, baby. It's a very furry week. All right. It's a real just walking carpet of a week. Because on the 20th, it's Paplu turning 8 years old. 21st is Kersantin turning 3 years old. And 22nd is Logray turning 8 years old. Just boom, boom, boom. Furballs everywhere. Those stinking Ewoks. I was just talking about how I have some kind of highly reliced Ewoks, and I just wish I had something fun to do with them. Although I will say, our guild does throw them in the back.
We do,
in territory battles sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. And sure, here we go. Let's
You're welcome, other team.
Get the holds this time. Yeah, good luck.
Some of them too are just there. We got some gear 8s, gear 9s going in there. So I mean,
yeah. And it's weird. It's we were talking in Discord. Here's our first tangent.
Oh, there you go.
We were talking in Discord about what's the deal. We set some trench teams, and there were like multiple people that had like level 1 trench with like a bunch of good separatists. And I'm like, okay, so not that trench should be a big priority. I just didn't know. We discussed it a little bit in Discord, and I don't think anyone chimed in that had done that, unless they have later today. But like, it almost felt like a paper zombie strategy where you used to like it was good, or paper Ben with old Ben. It was good to not level them up and instead keep them super low so they'll die and keep coming back and die and keep coming back and all that. Which, for those of you who weren't around back in the day, they had to change Zombie's kit because it was so abusive to do that. So that's why when she comes back, she loses speed, right? Until she finally just can't move. Anyways, I just thought that was so weird. I was like, what? Huh? Am I missing a secret here or something? And I couldn't figure it out. I think it's just people just didn't want to level up their trench, and that's
it's probably it.
Which I get it. He's not amazing. He can be. He can be good. Can't be amazing. Anyways, off the tangent. Back to it. Yeah, and actually, I'm looking at the show notes from last week, and Nisa's birthday was last week, so it's or birthday. Pardon me. So I mean, it's like the season of the Ewok. I feel like Capital Games needs to get on that and like release a couple new Ewoks next year too.
Why not? Right?
Ewok paraglider or whatever, the dead Ewok that got stepped on or whatever. You know, like. Get a couple more. Okay, that's it for Blurf Days, but we can take a look at this week's upcoming in-game events, brought to you by swgohevents.com for a complete list of past, present, and future events. SWGOH, yes, I said it right. Events.com is a universe of info in a galaxy of heroes. Now, on the 18th, as this releases, will be... that's what you can do with this episode. You can sit down, listen to us while you do your Omega battle.
There you go, right?
That'll be fun. On the 19th, we have a military might assault battle. On the 20th, we have Return of Dark Sovereign, the Leviathan event. But that is... No, the 20th is a Sunday. Correction. On the 21st, we have an Omega battle on Dathomir, and that is when we'll have the End of Conquest, which comes with Proving Grounds, comes with Ultimate Journey, all that. So that's always a nice little day. Just sim. Gimme. On the 22nd, we have Defense of Dathomir. Heroic battle where you get your Mother Talzin shards. On the 23rd, we have another assault battle. It'll be Rebel Roundup. And then on the 24th, the big one, Balin Skull is coming back. I know a lot of people are very happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. I mean, he's not amazing. He's not a must-have, I suppose, but he is good. I'd say along those type of characters, he fits in pretty well. Like, he's more useful than Afra. Once you take out the Afracron, because once that goes away, she's her usefulness tanks. But maybe not as good as, well, definitely not as good as some of the others of that variety, like Mace Windu, like Starkiller, something like that. But
so Mace is better than Balin?
Well, I'd say he would be a stronger priority right now.
Agreed. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, if
you're getting more value out of it because of the raid.
And it is one of those things where, like, I like him and I like to use him in Conquest, but you really don't even really need him in Conquest anymore. So by
the time this comes out, I'm sure all the Balin feats are gone, you know?
Right? So that is kind of the challenge. And I mean, it's a fun character. I mean, but it really is, again, going back
Marok is the fun one.
Agreed,
on that team.
Yeah.
When he just goes over and levels somebody in one hit, you feel like, finally, I'm the one doing that, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
It's nice.
But, I mean, hey, this has to be, how long has it been now since, I mean, you and I have had the last event, so this is the fourth one or the third one?
I think this is the third one.
Okay.
Because, we picked it up on the second run through.
I think so.
Believe. And it feels like it's been a long time.
It has
since
been.
That.
So, I mean, I know sometimes they put it, is it about a year if they put it in the, just kind of where it's consistent?
I think so. I think that's the target, yeah.
I mean, either way, I don't really even remember the event anymore. That's the crazy part, is like you do all this and you work really hard at it. There's certain ones that like I remember, but I don't remember Balin's at all.
Yeah, I do. I remember not so much the event, but I remember the sentiment that it wasn't really that hard. It was just, you get the stuff, you go in and you knock it out. And I appreciate that kind of event. Even if it's not memorable, whatever. I got the thing that I earned. I got my new toy.
Agreed.
All right. Yeah. So before we get into any top stories, breaking news, I want to give a quick shout out to our fantastic Patreon supporters. If you enjoy what we do and you want to be a part of this exclusive community, head over to patreon.com/Galactic War Report. You get access to the VIP section of our Discord, early access to episodes, and of course, our weekly DOF chat, where we chat with patrons each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Except for next Wednesday. We will not be doing it next Wednesday because we're sick of our patron. No, we're both taking the week off next week, and I'm sure the timing couldn't be stupider because we have like no news this week. And then next week, I'm sure it's going to be massive, like a huge bomb will drop and we won't be here. But you'll hear us in a couple weeks and we'll be refreshed. And
there you go.
Ready. All right. So anyways, thank you for supporting us on Patreon or however you support us. Another way to support us, tangent number 2. Podcast reviews. I was just looking at our podcast reviews on Apple. We haven't had one in a while. So go hit us up. Give us some stars. Ideally 5. But if you think we stink, we kind of think that too sometimes. But yeah, we'd love to hear what you think. So anyways, that's enough about that. Punch it, Pop-Tart.
I think we can go in reverse. I think if we're going to punch it, I mean, we're going to be like...
punch what?
I know, right? So, well, I mean, this is, again, one of those weeks where you're just kind of, okay, we just got done really with Conquest. We're starting up Grand Arena. We've had TB. We had, War now. So, I mean, this is kind of that relaxing episode where we get to kind of chat about some of the things that's happening in our world, I guess. Like I said at the beginning, like, guess what? We love the sound of our voice. That's why we do a podcast. And hopefully this works for you too. But other things we get to do in a podcast is also go through...
Complain?
Complain is one of them, right? But we get to go through and say, hey, we have a guild. And guess what? We have 2 openings right now.
We do. Yes.
So... we are 48 out of 50 at this point, so if you are interested, please let us know, because we did have a couple folks that were interested a little while back, but I went back and I can't find your messages, so if you're listening to this, please reach out as well. So we
had a decent one in-game, too, and I left it for too long, and then we learned that these people were leaving, and I went and looked for it, and it had expired, so I don't know who it was, but...
yeah.
Anyways, we got a couple spots.
And I
we
will
didn't
say
kick anyone out. It's just life happens.
Yes.
Some people moving around, doing some things. Cool.
Yeah, and I think with our guild, the one thing that is kind of nice with us is I do feel like there's things we're doing better with, but we're not really too crazy in the sense of yelling at each other, telling us to do more. I mean, again, would I love to not miss a star and some of the TB, of course, right? I mean, and we'd love for everybody to hit deploy. That would be amazing. But I think that's just typical guild type stuff. And even with, I know the previous guild that I was in, we're still higher GP than what I was previously. So I love that. So it's even with the people gone at this point. So which is nice. But yes, if you get a chance, please take a look at that for us, and maybe you can come and join our team. So
come be a Radio Free Tatooiner.
So let's talk real quick, just a moment about territory battles for us. We had this last one as a whole. I wanted to ask just a couple questions. Like when you think about kind of our guild itself, and you were going to say, hey, what was like 1 or 2 things that we could do to really make it to where we get to that next star? Do you think we have anything that's blaring that we can do?
It's, everyone has to deploy, right? That's,
Other than that's the
the
obvious.
number one thing is when we miss a star, it's usually we look and there were like 4 or 5 people that didn't deploy. And I get it. There's been times where I don't deploy. Fortunately, hasn't been like when we miss a star. It's because we already got the stars we were shooting for. And so I kind of tune out. Usually if I don't deploy, that's what it is. There's been a couple oopsies, but life. That's the biggest thing, I think. I mean, yeah, there's other things that would be helpful, like earlier operations.
Yeah.
When we have 24 hours for a phase and the operations don't get done until 18 hours into it or something, you're like, oh man, this is rough.
I know every now and then I just randomly, like if I see a number, I just punch it in. I mean, like it's one of those things where we have that. I do think that's the interesting about territory battles with these. Like you just kind of, all right, when you get these done, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to put him in there, and they're going to go in there.
Especially if it's someone you weren't going to use.
Yep.
Like when I see Mara Jade, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll deploy. Like I don't. This is not a knock to her. I don't use her in territory battles. She's not a part of any of my teams. I don't think. Maybe Day One Empire. I don't even think that. No, she's not. So, yeah, I guess maybe we could all kind of work on that. This is a RF Tatooiner planning session.
There you go, right?
Is what
you get
this
to
is.
hear it. Well, I'm just
God.
But I think in general, I mean, a lot of times people are, as they play this, there's always little tiny things that you can do. It's just going to be, are you going to plan? Are you going to do it? Or this is just a coaching session. And so
right.
if you haven't, no, but I mean, I think that is the fun part about TB in some ways is really just the more people that can get involved with it, the better it is. And honestly, I mean, 1,000+ crystals just to do something for a little while against, and again, sometimes later on, you're just basically hit and deploy because you just can't do anything anyway. But
sure,
if we can just get one more star, just one more.
It'd be nice. Get it on lock. Yeah. Also, being with us is kind of fun in that territory war is not.
Yeah, I know, right?
A problem. Like, that's not to say because we win territory war. No, it's just not a problem because we don't let it be a problem. Yes, it comes up. And yes, we have assigned defenses. And then, win or lose, life carries on.
Yeah.
We're not focused on territory war. Raid, territory battle. That's what we care about.
Yep.
So, come party.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of the raid, what is going on with this raid? We've only been through it a few times,
Yeah.
But this last time, I want to talk, I guess, first about like what teams have been working for you and what are your pain points right now?
Well, I mean, I'm going to start with the pain point is I can't beat anything past 450,000 points. I mean, so
that is pain. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, I just got my bad batch all up to Relic 5 and the highest that they can do is 450,000 points.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is probably the biggest challenge.
Are you remodding on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, basically what I do is like all my bad batch are modded for the raid. Like I just went through and worked on the mods to get to whatever they need for the raid and they just will stay. Yeah. It's like my Inquisitors are still going to be modded for the Riva mission, even though it's not that even big a deal anymore, right? But
yeah,
for better or worse, that's kind of what I do. But it's interesting just because the hard part is always that first, and maybe I need to just try and just let it go a little bit farther. But if I can't get to where Vader, that first person, if he kills that first Jedi, I feel like it's a fail. Like, even though I probably can get more than 450, like as soon as he goes through, and it feels like, to get to where you can put those extra stacks on him, sometimes it's perfect. It works exactly the way I want to.
Yeah.
And it does it really quick. And then other times, all of a sudden everyone's going stealth for no reason. Like, why all of a sudden is Fox going stealth when you do it 3 or 4 more times and they don't? So, I mean, it just feels like there's so much pain. I mean, that's the only thing I'd say is like,
it's frustrating too, because with Hunter, you're supposed to be able to mark somebody, and that's not working.
No.
So like you mark Fox, and he's like, cool, yeah, that's done. I'm in stealth. Like, no, that's not how that works. Like,
Yeah.
get back here. That's the whole point of marking. So I don't know what's going on with that, but thank goodness they fixed the Bad Batch being way too overpowered instead of fixing the Bad Batch not working. This last run through was our first one post Bad Batch nerf. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, it used to be easier for sure.
Yeah.
But I was able to, on this last run through, I was able to do the 1.2 mil tier with Bad Batch. I didn't get max score, but I did pretty well. Because it gets a little dicey with them like getting knocked out and you have to rescue them, you know? And sometimes it wasn't working out, but on the run where I did that, it was like I would make it work, get them back. And I think it was the first Jedi that I didn't save. And then I saved the other 2. And then made sure to get all my points from defeating clones when I could. You know, if he's got enough stacks and there's still a clone there, like, get the 5,000, kill the clone, you know?
Right.
And then what it came down to was I missed that one Jedi, but I tanked at the end where he's hitting me and I'm like, cool, I'm not dying. And I hit him enough times to get that score pretty good. And I want to say I had like 1.1 million, something like that. And it's good that it worked because that was my last run. I didn't realize that the raid was expiring. So I didn't get all of my teams in. I got Bad Batch in. And I got Keller and Beck for a 1.2 mil as well. And that required God mods to make that work. I was going to say,
that's amazing if you could.
So I got those 2. I put up about, 2.3 mil. And, my other teams, I didn't get a chance to use my cloney boys. And that kind of hurts because I was like, man, I'm on a run here. And I know it's my fault. I waited too long. But yeah, that's what I was able to do. And Dark Side clones, when I did them before, they weren't as strong, but seemed relatively straightforward. So, but okay, so that's your Bad Batch. Any other teams that you've been able to make something click with?
Keller and Beck does help. I mean, the hard part with these again is just the stealth is annoying to me. Like I get to the point where, both of the sneaky boys are just in stealth and you can't really do anything about it. And it's just like, I mean, again, 450 is going to be my magic number. And maybe I just need to expand a little bit more, but it just feels like I'm missing something. Like I know when we end up getting Mace, it's going to be different. We're probably going to get a little bit better, but it still feels like I see people online saying how like you can solo stuff and do all this. I'm like, I'm happy with 450, to get 1 million would be amazing. But
I think it's also going to be like, I was fully prepared to do it. I was sitting like at my laptop doing this with hot utils pulled up, putting the spiciest mods I own on these teams to make this work. And I have to find that balance between that, which is like, let's be real, that's kind of maniacal behavior. And then not remodding at all. This raid is proving that you can't just not remod. Yeah. That's not an option. or not a good option.
Yeah, right.
So I have to figure out all the loadouts like I did before, where, you know, I just know that this character needs Kylo Ren's mods. This character needs Luke's mods, whatever. And so I can save. It's going to be a ton of loadouts, and I'm going to have to redo it every time I do a roster remod. And that's no fun. No fun at all.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to be on vacation next week. And one thing I can do is I can sit down and come up with a list. I'm going to publish this. I'm going to make a lazy guide to this raid with the caveat that it will include, well, no, I was going to say it would include hot utils. I'll use hot utils, but whether you have it or not, I'll just try to say, like, look, this dude needs this dude's mods, and have like go through this. You're going to set these up, and then we've got a SOP. And even if you do a hot utils remod or a whole roster remod with or without, you know, you have a SOP of how you set up your new loadouts. That's what I'm going to do on my vacation. Doesn't that sound like a perfect family vacation thing?
It does, right? I mean, I will hold you to it just in case you don't.
Yeah,
but.
I think I'm going to. I need to do it for myself because I'm going to, every time I remod, it breaks all my loadouts. But, yeah, okay. I have a new assignment.
I'm just going to try not to get kicked out of the guild during my vacation.
Oh, I'll give you this. I'll give you this little white paper that I'm about to write, and it'll keep you in the guild.
But no, I mean, just because I think it's funny because even though how much time it took for, you know, the Naboo raid, it does feel like right now, like this is more time. I mean, and there wasn't as much strategy in the last one. So I guess in some ways, yes, they improved on what they were trying for, but it just feels incomplete. It feels like this is, I don't know. It
literally
feel good,
is.
But.
Like, pirates are like, what is even happening with this raid, you know? But, yeah. I think while we're talking sort of about Bad Batch, the feel bad here is that there were some issues with the Bad Batch in the raid. They fixed everything that makes it less fun to play. And they did not fix the thing where you can't mark Fox. You need to mark Fox or that first Jedi's toast, right? So that feels bad. And then let's be real. What does the new Bad Batch do well? The answer should be, well, at least they're a raid team.
Yeah.
But they're super sketchy in the raid. Like I said, I did fairly well on the 1.2 mil tier. I don't know my tier numbers, but it took Galactic Legend mods, and that's not always going to be the case here.
Yeah.
You know? So it feels like a team that, like, what do they do? Interestingly enough, I had to do this. I pulled up swgoh.gg, their Grand Arena info for this team. Who do you attack with this team, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking great. The top three are wounded teams where only the leader is still alive. Granted, the sample size is small because they were a pretty new team. Last time there was a 5v5. Let me look at 3v3 and see if that's any different. But I mean, as it stands, it looks like maybe you got a 90% chance to beat Tusken Raiders. You got a 30% chance to beat Finn. That's your value.
That's rough.
Come on. Ouch. All right, let me look at the 3v3 version, though. I don't think that's going to be a whole lot better. Who to attack with... where's the search? Here we go. Yeah, the data's too small. Oh, there's still 3v3. No, now it's 3v3. Okay. Data is tiny. Yeah, and there's nothing exciting over there. Like, whoa, they take down Bosk?
Yeah, right.
Thank God I have an answer for Bosk, you know?
I mean,
I don't know.
I do like them in Conquest. I mean, they get your stealth and, you know, they're all right. But it's just, it is tough, again, where it is that group of things that you work on for so long, you finally get it done, and you want to have fun, but it's just not as much fun.
You spent months building a table. You finally flip it over, and it's wobbly as all get out, you know?
Sounds like any type of job that I do at the house, but...
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so, okay. That is sketchy. It feels bad. But we've got Captain Ithano and Quiggled, who also feel bad so far.
Yes, they do so far. It's tough because it's like, I don't know. It's like playing basketball in flip-flops. You know, I mean, like, technically you're doing it.
That's exactly what it's like. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're not going to be able to do everything that you really truly want to yet. Like, you just, it's a tough thing. And I know at some point it's going to be better, but man, it's it's not fun. But have you, because I mean, mine are only 3 stars, so obviously they're not going to be able to be used at all. But have you seen anything where people use them where they have like 7 stars? I haven't.
No, I haven't actually watched any of that yet. No, it just I've read a little on Reddit about them. Testing is pretty rough so far, and yeah, mine are both 4 stars because I've spent a lot of crystals just getting them from 3 up to 4 stars.
Yeah,
like a doofus. But yeah, so that's the state of the raid right now. I mean, there's good things, right? Like Keller and Beck seems to do okay until we get Mace. The clones are taking care of way too much business, it would seem. And I mean, I guess you get 5 attempts, right? Mm-hmm. So we can make it work. And these pirates are like, they stink. Okay, don't use them. You know, like that's kind of my take on it is let them stink.
At some point, I mean, in general, I think pirates are going to stink, right? I mean, if you're on the boat, it's just natural. I mean,
rotten.
Yeah. I know. It is what it is. But no, I mean, it's tough because in an episode that we don't have a ton, and we said we're going to go on too many tangents, but we're kind of going on tangents. But there's a certain point too where you do this raid and you're just kind of like, oh, this is just kind of what it is, you know? I mean, it's not exactly what you want just yet. And maybe when a year from now, when we have the next raid, we're like, man, that raid, the Order 66 raid was so good. So to our future self, thank you for sticking out. I don't know where I was going to go with that. But
the worst raid so far. No, it's not actually the worst. The Challenge Pit was the worst. That was
agreed.
I hated Challenge Pit.
I still like, even with that one, like who made that decision? But again, I'm like I said it was early. I play Madden and NCAA football at the lowest level because I don't care. I don't need to. I don't have an ego playing video games.
I'm here for the vibes, man. Right? Yeah, I got enough stressors in my life.
But I did do better. So I ended up, one what am I now? I think for the raid, I think I'm at 1.6. Oh, I'm at 1.7 now. So that's the highest I've done. Okay. So, I mean, it's better. My previous one was less than 1 million.
I haven't done my attempts on this one yet. I'll get them done.
You got time. You just do.
I know. I've got days, but I just got to get in there and rock it. Okay. So I think that's about it for new stuff this week. It's a shorter show. We don't have a lot of Grand Arena to talk about because that was off last week. But I will say, my quick Grand Arena I streamed this week. It was a fun stream, and I think most of my battles went fairly well. But we got to do something about Ray.
She's a problem.
She's a problem. I got smoked because she gets to her ult, so and then half the time she's in her ult, right? Like on half of my turns, she was in ult. So you can't damage anyone. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
When she's not in ult, Ezra's always taunting.
Yep.
He also ramps up mastery so he can't be hit. It's just dodge, dodge. Ban Ezra. He breaks it.
Yeah.
They gotta do something. Because here's the thing. It's an obnoxious team, right? When Sana Staros had her Datacron, it was unbelievably stupid. Now that's gone. Barris has a Datacron that if she dies, everyone comes back at full health and full protection. And look, stop doing this stuff. You can't have a team that what I think of as like a nuh-uh team. Like, because whatever you do, there's no decision that's going to end in you winning. It's you miss them, or if you do hit them, they don't take damage. And if you do beat somebody, they come back with full health and protect. Like, come on. On what planet is that fun?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's so far removed from fun. We have to do something about Ray and Ezra and that. Because every time a powerful Datacron comes out, it gets shipped over to the Ray team, and it's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fun. It's not fun. The game is dumb when that happens. I love this game. I call it dumb all the time. I call my dog dumb all the time. I love him. But it's not a good thing that every time a new Datacron set comes out, you're like, all right, which one's going to make Ray a nightmare again? I'm sick of that, man. So that was in my stream today. And it was the one part of it that I just thought, like, I hate getting, I'll do it on the podcast all day. I whine on here all the time, but I hate it when I do it on stream because it's like pure emotion. Yeah. I can't check it. I'm just like, throw my mouse or whatever. So anyways, I got that off my chest. I can't stand Ray and Ezra.
I mean, between Ray and Ezra and then the Kylocron or the Ray Cron, it just feels like Ray's a problem
now. In 5v5, it's beatable. Better. In 3s, it's forget it. I hate it. Yeah. I know it is. It's Ray's the problem, man. I mean, gotta nerf her. Gotta nerf something.
I mean, it'd almost would be nice if they would say like excluding Ray. You know, I mean, because I mean, again, looking at mine coming up, I mean, there's 2 teams that's going to matter. But I mean, when you have 6, you have 6 Omicrons on that team right now. 6. I mean, that's crazy when you think about that. And again, I mean, I could do the same thing, right? I could go through to put, you know, a ton of people on that. Plus to have the Barris Cron on here, it's fugly.
It's fugly. I don't like that. I don't like it. But we have to end on a positive note, and there's nothing more positive than talking about who you grinded.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it because it feels good, but also feels bad because we just talked about how bad the Bad Batch is.
They're so bad.
My Crosshair was 56 out of 100. Now he's at Relic 5.
Okay, that is good.
Yeah, there's a long pause there because it really there's not much else to that. Just he's Relic 5. I do like the character. I really do. Even though, again, it's not going perfect. But Dirty Clones, Apo was 63 out of 85 up to 14 out of 100. We're getting close. I'm looking forward to that one. CX2, 25 out of 65 up to 51 out of 65. That is just, I still feel like sometimes these drop rates are just dumb. I mean, but
yeah.
Disguised Clone Trooper, 66 out of 65 up to 66 out of 85. So I'm doing all the refreshes on that. Gonna get them done. Looking forward to getting Lord Vader's pal. I mean, they're kind of like almost like Poncho Pals too, right? But they're like hood pals a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting on Scorch to go through to get farmable. He should be probably this week, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, my guess probably this week. So that'll be really nice. And honestly, I got all the Omicrons ready to go. I don't have the Zetas yet for all of them, but I'm gonna have some fun with that team, 100%. Now that was it, guys. That's all I had.
That's all.
Because we didn't have really anything happening for the Mace group. Depa doesn't have anything going. Like all my relic stuff was for our Dirty Clone there, or our Crosshair. So, but I do have 62 Omicrons right now. So that's going to be 3. Like I said, I am going all in on the Dirty Clone. So we just got to give me some shards, man. I want some shards.
No kidding.
So there you go. Short, sweet, and not as happy as I thought I was going to be after talking about that. So I need to live vicariously through you again because you need to pick me up here because I need to know who you grinded.
I got you. I have been a grinding machine. Like, what do you call those? Like a lathe? Is a lathe no?
A grinding machine.
I am the least handy person you'll ever meet. I guess so. A grinder.
Yeah, a grinder.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa. I have made some good progress. It feels good having Sneaky Boy farmable on Cantina. I took him from 26 out of 85 up to 78 out of 100. It just looking at that number, I'm like, there are good things in the world. You know, like the progress I've made on Sneaky Boy.
There you go.
Scorch is still just sitting at 28 out of 85, and that'll be a while. I gave him his Omicron though today. I thought, you know what, that is pretty awesome. And I'm already using him in Grand Arena, so you know it's too late for roster lock this time. But I don't suspect he's leaving my Grand Arena lineup anytime soon. So we went ahead and did that. Temple Guard went from 20 up to 32 out of 100. And Depo went from 45 up to 52 out of 85.
How'd your Temple Guard go up? Am I missing something?
The Crimes Against the Republic event.
Oh.
Yep. I think that's what it's called, right? The era battle for vanguards. Zetas, I gave Athano his first one, so now I'm 3 Zetas behind. I need his second and both the Quiggles. Gotta have them because they're
gotta catch them all.
They're so darn good. Oh, and SM33 will come out soon, so I got some work ahead of me. Datacrons, man, Conquest, I hit second to last box, and instantly it just went on full on Datacron. We're not doing Max Crate this time. We're not doing it because I have to have that Barriscron. I have to hit certain certain Datacron goals, and that's so much more important than whatever else I'm missing out on from Max Crit, because I'm getting the character. So like the other stuff, I honestly, okay, whatever. I'm taking care of business over here. The only new one I rolled up was a Qui-Gon. Ooh, and I have enough to re-roll it now. Let's see. Live on
there
air.
You go.
I don't hate having a Qui-Gon, but whatever. Barris. Oh my God, I've got it. Okay. I'm the problem now. I am the problem. All right, that's all we got for you this week. It may not be the best advice, but at least we didn't recommend you step to my Barris, because that's gonna be my thing now. If you want to continue the conversation, join our Discord server linked in the show description. Become a real live Jawa by supporting us on Patreon, and share your thoughts by leaving us a podcast review. Big thanks also go out to Pabu Appa and swgoh.gg and swgohevents.com for providing all the hard data we misinterpret weekly. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Force and RNG be with you.